Hey everyone, it's Greg again. Another episode of Unbreakable Spirits. It is Wednesday. I'm losing track of the days because of the holiday. Wednesday, May 31st, 2023. Wow, the month of May just flew by, didn't it? I can't believe it's almost June. And it's starting to warm up here in eastern Pennsylvania. They're saying it may get up to 90 degrees tomorrow, which would be our first day in the 90s so far this year. So summer is right around the corner. My friend Bud is there on the rug. As you can see, he's doing well these days. And I wanted to share a little bit of good news with you. You guys know how much I admire Michael J. Fox. He's a hero to me. He's been very inspirational, especially, he has handled his diagnosis of Parkinson's disease with a lot of class, a lot of honesty, a lot of dignity and grace. And I just admire it because, especially even more so now since I've seen his new documentary out called Still, which I highly recommend. I think you get a chance to watch it, please do. It's not a sad movie to watch. It's just very touching. And I feel bad for him because, it's very well done. It blends in what his current situation is like, working with therapy and how he's doing now. And it shows, his career in the past, from Family Ties to Back to the Future to Spin City and all the other great work that he's done. Anyway, I really admire him a lot. And so much so that, last weekend, Holly and I went to a Back to the Future marathon here at our local theater here in town, the Colonial Theater. They showed all three of the films, one Back to the Future, 1, 2, and 3, during the weekend, Memorial Day weekend. And so we ended up going on Saturday. We had a chance to go all 3 days. Knock out all 3 movies in one day, back to back to back, 6 hours. But, with my friends, the dogs here, we thought that it would be a good idea to leave it alone too long. So anyway, we split it up. We saw Back to the Future on Saturday and part 2 and part 3 on Sunday. And even though I've seen these movies countless times, they're still so good. They're so fresh every time you see them. And seeing them on the big screen again was a thrill. I think I told you the first movie I ever saw really in a theater, especially with a girl, was Back to the Future back in 1985. The reason was because here I was, 29 years old, seeing my first movie in a theater. Because all the movie theaters when I was growing up were not accessible to wheelchairs. They had steps to go into the theater, or down into the theater. And so, other than I think seeing a Walt Disney movie with my mom maybe when I was a kid, maybe Old Yeller or something. I had never seen a movie before like that. So it was an eye-opening experience for me. Wow, the big screen and the crowds and the popcorn, the smell of popcorn. It was just really cool. So I'll never forget Back to the Future because that was the first movie I ever saw. And then, of course, when the trilogy came out, there you go, I had to get it, which I did. And then when Michael J. Fox started writing books, I've got all of his books, and this one especially I liked. It was his first book called Lucky Man. And it's about his career and basically the beginnings of when he got Parkinson's. And in fact, the documentary is based on this book. It's really well done. It's really honest. Anyway, to make a long story short, I've admired this guy for a long time. And sort of on my bucket list, not that I plan to go anywhere anytime soon, it was my wish to maybe meet them someday, shake hands with them, just say, how you doing? I admire you, blah, blah, blah. And even so, even more so now, after I saw his documentary, and now, unfortunately, he's in the stage of his Parkinson's where he's still able to walk, but he falls a lot and he's been breaking bones. And of course, that's right up my alley, so to speak, you know, uh, as far as the breaking bones part is concerned. So I always thought it'd be cool to meet him someday and say, hey, I can relate and hang in there. Maybe we could inspire each other, right? Well, I never thought it would happen because, I had mentioned this for years and years and years, years, as far back as I can remember. And it was just a dream, that how was I ever going to meet this guy? New York is 90 miles away, and how will it happen? Well, last night, I'm going through my phone just perchance before I fell asleep. This ad comes up on the phone, and it literally just almost like woke me up. It was like Michael J. Fox is coming to Philadelphia this coming weekend. And I'm like, nah, I must be dreaming. This isn't real. I must be dreaming. So I pinched myself and I found out pretty painfully that it wasn't a dream, that was true. That I don't know if you remember the old Comic-Con conventions that they had in, all across the country. Well, this is a variation of that. It's called Fan Expo Philly. And it's a weekend at the convention center in Philadelphia. And a lot of people are going to be there. But most importantly to me, three of the people from Back to the Future are going to be there. Michael J. Fox, Marty McFly, Doc Brown, Christopher Lloyd, and Biff Tannen, who is Thomas F. Wilson. And they're all going to be there for the weekend. So I checked with Holly, and even though, the tickets are very expensive. Well, first of all, let me tell you, they have a lot of events going on. The main thing is on Sunday afternoon at 3:00, there's a panel where you go into the main theater of the convention center, and those three actors from the movie are going to be on stage talking about Cut to the Future. So if you're a fan of that movie, it's great. Apparently it's a Q&A, and who else? Who knows what else is going to go on? But, there's also little, what they call packages, where you can meet these guys, get an autograph, get a picture, blah, 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 So I said, to me, it would be cool just to go and just see the panel. And sure, I'd like to meet Mr. Fox there, but pretty expensive. So to my surprise, Holly got me a ticket, and she's going to go as my companion, of course, and not only to see the panel at 3, but to actually meet Michael J. Fox. So there you go. Dreams do come true, right? So by Monday, I hope to do another one of these podcasts and tell you the story about how I met Michael J. Fox and what it was like. And maybe I'll even be able to get some pictures that I could figure it out. Holly's usually the technical one in this relationship. So I could figure out how to put it in my podcast here, I will. But I just wanted to share that good news because it means a lot to me. I think, you know, I pray for him. It's a shame because he's still young. He's only in his early 60s. He has a family, no grandchildren yet, but he has so much life to go, so much of life. And to see, how Parkinson's has, let's say, limited his activities. It hasn't put him down. He's still on the go. He's still a very active person, but it's kind of slowed him down a little bit. So it's a good chance to meet him and say hello, and while he's still well. I I plan to be around for a while too, but you just never know. We don't know what's going to happen to each and every one of us from day to day. It's going to be a year, coming up to a year pretty soon, since I had pneumonia and I was in the hospital for a few days and was pretty sick. And you just never know, and that's why it's important for us to take each day by day, and savor it, and really appreciate what's going on in our lives, the people in our lives, And so anyway, I just think it's a good time to be. And I just think it's a lot of the Back in the Future is about destiny. And I think it's destiny, but it's very ironic that Sunday is my dad's birthday. He would have been 102. And we just celebrated Memorial Day. And I know thank God he came back from the war. He was hurt, but he was alive. And so I guess his holiday is Veterans Day in November, but we still think about our soldiers on Memorial Day, especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice. But, it always gets me to thinking about my dad. And this Sunday, he would have been 102. And, when people get that old, it's really, I don't know if it pertains to you guys or not, but I don't know. I just can't think of my dad and my mom as being that old, And sometimes, even though I remember them very well, and my dad died in 1977, so it's been a while. Some memories have faded, but not all. I remember all the times. You know, we went to ball games together and things like that. But um, you know, it's almost like it's another lifetime. You know, it's hard to explain. When I think about my dad, would have been 102. I'm like, whose dad lives to 102? And obviously he did it, but it's just a weird feeling. But it is his birthday, and I'll be thinking about him. And that's sort of ironic. And the other irony too is, like I said, we just went to the Back to the Future marathon last weekend. So there's a lot of irony in it. And who knows? Maybe we were destined to meet to encourage each other, you know, to tell each other, hey, hang in there, everything's going to be okay. So I can't wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun day. Certainly a day I will always remember for the rest of my life. And another thing crossed off the old bucket list, And I've been really blessed by life, even though I've got brittle bones since I was a kid. I'm really blessed to have had so many people care about me in my life and love me and take care of me. And so many people who have touched my life. And that's a big reason why I wrote my book. Really to honor those people who have helped me and who still do. And so this is just another phase, another part of my life. Meeting one of the people that I really admire. And I hope you guys have met a lot of people that you have admired, or someday will meet people who have touched your lives. Or, it's just a really cool feeling. I know when I meet them, it's going to be like, okay, there he is. I've seen him in the movies, on TV. But, to see somebody right in front of you in the flesh, it's like, that's a strange feeling. I remember the first time I met Barry Allen. Someone who I admire a lot and still do. His music. First time I met him, I was like, wow, because you see people on TV or on an album cover, the concert, usually far away from the stage, and it's wow, seeing someone face to face like that is a really big kick. It's pretty cool. So, well, I'm sure I'll be back again before Sunday with some more Unbreakable Spirits. And I just wanted to touch base, and I definitely hope to have an episode out Monday or soon after to tell you guys what it was like. So you guys take care, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care for now. Bye bye.